Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Marvel Champions, the expert campaign of Galaxy's Most Wanted. For those of you that have seen some of my videos or seen some of the streams, you may have seen that I was playing this with Rocket Raccoon and Groot. There's a video up of me playing it with them against Drang, and then on a stream I played against the second session, Collect Them 1. Now, after some games on that stream, plus some games in person, plus looking into other feedback, I feel like that the Rocket Groot combo I had wasn't going to work. With the struggle that they were having on Collect Them 1, and from what I've heard about future encounters like Nebula, like Ronin, that are even tougher, I feel like it would just be a nightmare of a thing. We may go back to that kind of thing eventually, but for now I wanted to mix it up a bit to try and actually get through the campaign. So what I did was I switched out Groot with Ant-Man, and I have Ant-Man on leadership. Then I have Rocket still, because I wanted to at least keep one Guardian. I've switched Rocket back to aggression, so he could really help and just really play in his element. I've already set up Drang Expert, so he's set up. I need to put his hit points up. So he's got 28 hit points on Expert. Everything else is set up. Spear is out, the ship is out, scheme, the campaign scheme. I already did the things, Badoon Grunt and an encounter card, plus a Badoon Assassin over here as the other one. So that's all set up. We'll do a quick shuffle of the decks, and then we'll hop right in. So, lead from the front, Army of Ants. Hawkeye's pretty good. Ant-Man's Helmet, Giant Strength, and Team Building Exercise. I don't need lead from the front. I don't need Giant Strength. Probably, the Helmet is good. Helmet is good though. But I feel like with the amount of minions that come out in this campaign, in this scenario, having Hawkeye will be a much bigger help. And I'm just going to get rid of team building so that I can hopefully play Army of Ants. Get another one out, Jesus. And the Sky Cycle. And the resize. Okay, so that will be interesting. Okay. Rockets cards. I think I'll just shuffle just in case. Combat training. Wasp. Let me just lock the mats so that the mats don't get all wonky. Wasp. Relentless Assault. Follow through. Genius. And another combat training. I don't need 2 combat trainings. The Relentless Assault will allow me to overkill, but we kind of want to focus on the getting rid of the spear as well. So that's actually a big deal, because I can actually I can use Squirgle and the Army of Ants to burn through the spear, which we should probably get rid of. I'm gonna probably get rid of the Relentless Assault and keep the rest. Rocket launcher and the salvage. Okay. Okay, so we'll start off with Ant-Man. We will flip to tiny form. So when he flips, we remove 1 threat of the scheme. And just lock that. Actually, no, I'm gonna flip to giant form first. Deal 1 damage to this dude. Then I'm gonna use resize to flip to tiny form to draw the card. I already took off the 1 threat, so I don't have to do that, but I want to end up in tiny form is what I was trying to get at. I'm not trying to figure out what's the best play here. because 1, 2, 3. So I think Rocket can go salvage, so he can do the mental plus the wild plus this to get rid of the spear. And then Genius to play combat training, take out the assassin so he draws a card. That card plus Wasp plays follow through. Okay, so then in that case, I can still do what I want in terms of on this side. Squirrel go, giant strength, and army of ants to play Hawkeye. Hawkeye comes into play with 3 counters on him. I'm actually gonna play army of ants over the Sky Cycle just because Hawkeye isn't the greatest ally to kind of be cycling with. I'm in tiny form, so I'll exhaust this to do 1 damage to... I'll just take out the grunt. I don't know actually, because 2 is a lot. I'll take him out, and then he'll just attack from 1. Not attack, sorry. Thwart from 1 off the side scheme, and then we'll use the Milano to get the scheme down to 0. Alright, Rocket. Flip to hero. He will... I don't have any tech, so I'm trying to see if there's a way I can pull the... No, there's no way for me to pull the rocket launcher. I have to use all these 3 to get rid of the spear. Actually, there was, wait a minute. If I play Genius to play combat training first, an attack, that defeats the assassin. I draw a card. No, that doesn't help me. And then I use these 2 cards to play a follow through. So follow through plus combat training will give me 2 attack plus I can excess damage. This is at 0. We weaken it. We have Hawkeye out. Doing good. Okay, Rocket's cards. Moment of Triumph to heal himself, Flora and Fauna. At this point, doesn't do anything. I've got a plan is big. Double Brood Camp is not going to help us, but it's in the deck to help the Ant-Man deck with their allies. Power, oh my god. Double power of leaderships. Resize, the money. The money. All the money in the world right here. Okay. So, 5 on, 1 counter. Drang engages with Ant-Man. He attacks, so 3 plus 2 is 5. Attacks Rocket, 3 plus 1 is 4. And then encounter card, encounter card. Bethune Grunt. So give me another card. Now, technically, this is a side scheme, so I add 4 on for the master plan. And then we have Oppressive Armada. That's a 7. And in case people are wondering, it's technically your decision. This isn't how you want to treat the cards in what order, because obviously if I had flipped that one over before master plan, but you can't cheat and like flip this one over and then see that. So, oh god, the scheming is getting insane here. That's 6. Alright, and then we take the lead. Oh, and this automatically takes 1 charge off just to get rid of that grunt, so we don't have to deal with that. Alright. Well, Moment of Triumph not gonna do me anything. But I also can't take another hit either. Army of Fans to do 1 damage. Let's see, which one of these are bad? This does the charge up, this does an extra card. It's a lot of bad all over the place. The problem is I don't really have any like money here. Well, I have the money, I just don't have anything to spend it on. I have Squirrel Girl. It's literally the worst like combination of cards I could have. So 2 plus 3 is 5. I could get rid of Bombardment and then have Hawkeye finish it off to clear that scheme off. Then I can have the Milano take 3 off before, and then Ant-Man does some other stuff. I'll call for an action to make Ant-Man flip to his giant form. That does 1 damage to Drang, and he gets to draw a card. Okay, that's actually a lot better for us now. So that we can actually now we have someone else that we can put out. So 2 plus 1 is 3, then make the call for Squirrel Girl, and we have some bodies essentially. I don't feel as bad. So this 3 over here. Unfortunately, I have to play I've Got a Plan. So 2 plus this to play I've Got a Plan, ready. 2 again, that's 5 altogether. Sets that up perfectly. I'm actually going to keep the boot camp because I want to play it next turn. And that's it. Ant-Man is going to play you as no, sorry. Actually, yeah, while I'm in giant form, I'm going to play you as agent with the power of leadership and the pin particle to heal for 2. Then I want to play make the call on which Squirrel Girl to get Squirrel Girl out. 1 damage to all enemies. The only enemy out is Drang. And then I'm gonna flip down to tiny form, take 1 threat off. That gets rid of this side scheme. And then 1, 2, 3 off this one. Okay, ready, and let's see what we get. Bug, Relentless Assault. So we can do Relentless Assault plus Moment of Truth to heal us up a bit and then reload, or we can play a boot camp and then just get a little healing. Ant-Man, make the call. Team training, that'd be a big one. Swarm, Sky Cycle, Giant Stomp. Okay, another 5 on, another charge. Let's lock that. And then he attacks Rocket. I will block with Squirrel Girl. So 3. But Dune Hunt engages. So Squirrel Girl is defeated. But Dune will then attack. Sorry. Drang will then Drang will attack. For Drang attacks, however, I'll use Hawkeye to do 2 damage to him. Drang will attack. I will... I'm actually going to... Ooh, that's a tricky one, actually. I'm going to take it as Ant-Man. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Ouch. Badoon Headhunter will attack. I'll block with US Agent. So 1. Resolve the Badoon ship ability. Charges. And it's only 1, so he takes 1, but US Agent retaliates 1. And I think that's all the attacks. Yep. So now we encounter card, bonus encounter card from the Oppressive Armada. We get a blockade. And a exhaustion. The villain schemes. So when the villain schemes, it's 2 plus 1 is 3. That does activate the Badoon ship. So 2 indirect damage. Oh god. Guess I'll take it. And this comes in with 2, 4, 6. And a Badoon Warlord, who will use that last action to take two shots on him. And take the lead. Okay. Well, Ant-Man needs to... do something about this. So... if I Relentless Assault, I actually don't get overkills because I don't actually have a single physical resource card on my hand. Oh my god. What terrible news. That's actually really bad. So then the overkill doesn't matter because I can't heal myself. No, I can't go to Giant. I can't use Giant Stomp. I can make the call for Squirrel Girl again, using a Swarm Tactics and a Giant Stomp. So it does 1 damage to everything. Okay. Hawkeye will exhaust, or thwart from 1 to remove the Oppressive Armada. Exhaust the Milano to do 3 of here. Army of Ants to take out the Badoon Warlord. Thwart from 1, use a Sky Cycle. No, that's not worth it. Put a Sky Cycle on Walker. And then flip to Alter Ego. Heal for 3 plus 1 from his ability. And that's it. So this is actually bad because I can't actually do anything with these cards. Unless I could kill... I can kill the Badoon Headhunter. Hmm. I can still heal myself, actually. Yeah. So I can do... I'm gonna keep bug, actually. No. Reload plus bug to play Valence Assault. It doesn't overkill, but I do 5 plus 1, 6. So it'll be 3, and then it's 3 excess. And I use Moment of Triumph to heal myself up for 3. So then he's defeated. But he goes to the victory display. Because he's been defeated. Ready, ready. I really want to draw a card I can actually like use that with, but it's just been a bit of a rough situation. Hive Mind, Giant Stomp, lead from the front. Endurance, Maria. A bit late on the Maria. Okay. This advances, so charges, flips. Then he schemes. 2 plus 2 is 4. 12 adds 1. He attacks Rocket. Did I use Squirrel Girl? I don't know if I did, but I'll take 1 off there. And then I'll block with Squirrel Girl against Drang. 3 damage. She's defeated. And encounter card, there is no extra encounter card. This card gains Surge. This card is an upgrade or support you control. I'm going to discard the Sky Cycle. And Badoon Lieutenant. Great. Okay. The problem is I can't do the 6 damage thingy. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got Leaf from the front. And the Maria Hill. Also have a Spider-Man Miles Morales, so we have quite a few options over there. In terms of Rocket, Rocket just hasn't been drawing any of the weapons at the right time. No pistols, no hand cannons, nothing. I think I'm just gonna get rid of boot camp, reload, and target acquire to play Groot. I'm going to attack for 2, attack for 2. So that's 4 on the Badoon Lieutenant. Then I'll exhaust the Milano to get rid of the blockade. Okay. Scott's turn. So Giant Stomp and Hive Mind to play a Maria Hill. Draw a card. That's not bad. I'm thinking what would be better, playing Lead from the front or playing Wasp. For playing Wasp, I could do a lot of threat removal. I got 2, 3, 4, 5. If I'm in tiny form, 6, 7, possibly 9. That's not bad. If I play Lead from the front, I can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's if I use him, but I might have to recover a Scott because I just don't have enough hit points. I think I'm going to recover a Scott to bring him up to 8. Go to Tiny, so I reduce it by 1. And I'll do 1 damage to the Lieutenant. And then I'm going to play Wasp. So that's I'm in times 2 threat, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, I'm going to do 6. So 2, 4, 6. Because I'm going to keep the US agent to block this 2 damage. Actually, no, I'm not. Never mind. 2, 4, 5, 7. And that's it. Okay. Ready up. I forgot that I had played Groot this turn, so I can kind of handle it. Oh, look at this. I draw all the weapons now. Always happens. Oh. 2, 3, 4 Iron Man plus Inspired Iron Man. Pretty good. Okay. 5 on. That's 9. Add 1 on. He engages against Rocket. 3 plus 2 is 5. Lieutenant will attack, so he doesn't attack for 2. Groot will block it. He'll take 2 damage, but he automatically heals 2 damage afterwards. So that just tanks the hit. He then attacks Ant-Man, block for 2 against with Maria. Maria's defeated. And then encounter card. But the Lieutenant charges up the ship. I have to do the 2 damage to Groot. I'll do the 2 damage to Ant-Man. Then I'm doing Assassin attacks for 3. I'll block with US Agent to deal with that. Okay. So how are we looking on threat? Milano to keep this down by 3. We need to deal with some of this threat, definitely. I think Army of Ants to deal with the Assassin. Just get him out of the way. I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, play Iron Man, attach the Inspired Art to Iron Man. He's gonna attack for 3. Take out this Engineer. Then Wasp will thwart for 2. And so will Ant-Man. That's 4 off there. Okay. Rocket's turn. See, Rocket needs to play a weapon. That's the problem. But he also needs to heal. And like he could attack, kill the Lieutenant, and then draw a card. 2, 2, 3. He could actually wait a minute. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use salvage plus a hand cannon to play a particle cannon. Comes into play with 2 charge counters on it. I get to look through my thing for any Does that happen? Oh, I'm gonna know what card I draw then if I pick up the rocket launcher. When I pick up the rocket launcher, it's just gonna, I can use it to play the hand cannon. I'm not gonna use the ability actually. And I'm gonna use the rocket launcher to do the Parker cannon for 3 excess because of follow through. It's 4 excess, brings them down to 20. Because it's excess damage, I draw a card. I was hoping like that it wasn't. I was hoping it was a double so I could do like. I don't know, that wouldn't have mattered anyway. I'll get rid of these 2 to play hand cannon. Comes into play with 3 charge counters on it. And then flip and recover for 3. Okay, ready. Okay, 5 on, brings me up to 7. Let's draw some cards. Team training, pin particles. Okay, that's some good. That's risk gauntlets are huge. Next skeleton, pistol. But okay, these are all the updates I was looking for. Okay, not terrible. We already added 5. He goes to attack Ant-Man. I am going to block with Wasp. 3 plus 3 is 6. Good thing I did. He'll then scheme against Rocket. It's 2 on, so 9 plus adds another 1 to the charge up. And counter card and counter card. Hull Breach. Exhaust Milano, spend double, deal 3. I will spend double mental. Just to get rid of that. It hurts my hand greatly actually. But if it's between that or keeping the 3 threat off. But doing Grunt, I get another counter card. But doing Sentry. Well, we have baddies to fight now. So can't go wrong with that now. But we do have, what's it called actually? We have the power of aggression. So we can actually like knock out a specific enemy if we wanted to. And the Badoon Sentry can actually be tanked by Groot. Like for all entirely. So he doesn't have to even die. Groot can just take him completely. The question now is, do I care about... Well, I think we're going to definitely play Cybernetic Skeleton. That gives me a +1 attack and 3 hit points. Now the question is, do I play Spider-Girl or not? I'm going to put the weapons actually down here. More fitting, I feel like. I think I am. I'm going to use the power of aggression to play Spider-Girl. She will stun and confuse a minion. I'm going to have them stun and confuse the Badoon Grunt. And then I'm going to flip to hero mode. Although I started to confuse him actually. Now let's just do some damage, right? Allow him to take 3 off. And then Spider-Girl will attack for 2. Rocket will attack from 1, 2, 3. Use the hand cannon. 4, 5. Ooh, but I can use this to heal myself up actually. So yeah, let's do that. Let's actually move them over here to this guy. Attack the Badoon Grunt. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Follow through makes it 4. So excess damage is 4. So it brings it down to 16. And then we play Moment of Triumph. So we did 4 extra damage. And we just keep the Groot ready and the popcorn cannon ready for anything that we need to worry about. Meanwhile, Ant-Man will pin particles to play Risk Gauntlets because they are great. Draw a card. Oh. Oh. The team training to give Ant-Man more hit points. Or a second army of ants. I'm gonna do this to play team training. Unless... Was that my last card of my deck? It was actually. So... Shuffle it up. Count the card. I could actually use it. I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna use the Risk Gauntlets, pay the 2 electric, 2 energy, to confuse Drang. That way we don't have to worry about that happening. And then this to play a second army of ants. Both army of ants will attack for 2. He will thwart for 3. And I will thwart for 2 as well. So that's 5 off this scheme. I'm debating if I should take it off this one, but I figured that's not. Okay. A pistol into the fray. Thrust to boost, the last upgrade we need, and then just a lot more follow-throughs. Power of leadership, lead from the front, another army of ants. US agents back. Interesting. Okay. We could actually make the call to bring back Iron Man. Or we could just play US Agent because he's actually pretty solid. Add 5 on, so that makes it up to 6. Ship charges. He goes to attack Rocket. I will take it. So it's 3 to 5. Right. Yep. 5. So bring that to 6. He's stunned, so the stun breaks. He will then go to attack Ant-Man. I'll block with Spider-Girl. 3. Just 3. Spider-Girl has been defeated. And then encounter card, encounter card. Oh. I am going to... I'm going to exhaust the Milano. I'm okay with that. And apparently that actually gets rid of the deck. So that adds 1 acceleration token, which I'll make bigger because it's small. Okay. And then he gets a Badoon Sentry and Shadows of the Past. Literally the worst card to get. Because Yellow Jacket is honestly one of the worst encounters. It comes into play. You get this, and then these get shuffled in. So what makes this bad is treat the printed card of each tech item as if it was blank. And guess what's a tech weapon? All of my weapons are techs for rockets, so those are all useless. Then we get 2 of these, so let's have some fun with that. I don't have any. No. So make the call is useless. I could play 3 Army of Ants though. That's potential. That's definitely potential for something. I could do 3. Yeah, I could do that actually. That's not bad. Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this to play a lead from the front. I will. So he's got 2 thwart plus 1 from Inspire plus 1 from lead to the front. He'll thwart for 4. Actually, wait. Does this treat the printed textbook of each tech player card? Okay, good. There's on tech player card. I thought that was a tech upgrade. So he'll thwart for 4 of this scheme to get rid of it. That will, however, defeat Iron Man. Which is fine. Gets rid of the main threat. I'll use a make the call to play an Army of Ants. All 3 Army of Ants to do 3 damage to him. If it would actually click. There you go. You are going to thwart for... Actually, no, I'm going to flip down and heal. And keep US Agent. Then on Rocket's turn, he'll use the Parker Cannon to do 4 plus an overkill. Actually, wait. Or is it better to do... Because if I enter the fray him, right? Let's do the math. If I enter the fray, it takes 5 threat off the scheme. That might be better, actually. Yeah, that might be better. And then play Thruster Boots. Yeah. So 2 plus pistol to play into the fray. 6 points damage, so unless there's a way for me to access it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I was hoping there's a way for me to do excess damage. And like take hit and do like 6. I can draw a card, play a second follow through. Would cost me 1 threat, but I'm not that bothered by the sentries. So 6 and 1 damage, 5 follow through makes it 6 essentially. So that brings it down to 0 completely. Yellow Jacket is defeated. It's excess damage, so I draw a card. That is even better. No, it's not actually. I lied. I lied. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to play the second follow through. just because having 2 follow-throughs out makes the damage even more insane. And I didn't actually use any of my actual abilities. I'm going to... I'm just looking to think like what's, because I can't take a 6 hit. It's gonna pop for 2 on top of that, and that's a problem because that means I have to take the hit. I think I'm gonna have to flip down. Yeah, I'm going to use the pocket cannon to do 4 damage. Pull on the 4 damage to Drang, bring him down to 0. I mean, sorry, 10. The flip over, heal for 3. The reason for this is I'm hoping it doesn't cause it to advance, but I can hopefully keep the scheme on the check and then draw some cards, burn the pocket cannon, and then hopefully get it back with salvage. So that's the plan. Well, we got bug and there's salvage. Perfect. 4, 5, 6. Alright. 6 on. That's not good. Okay. Badoon ship triggers, 2 damage to everybody. Brings it down to 0. He then attempts to scheme against Ant-Man. Can't, he's confused. He schemes from 1. He schemes against Rocket. It's 2. Plus 3 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. 13. Encounter card, encounter card. God. Exhaustion plus another card. Badoon Assassin, I am okay with that. Badoon Warlord and Court of God. Discard 1 upgrade or support you control. To follow through. It sucks, but I couldn't get rid of that one. I mean, Giant Stomp could actually... Alright. Milano to take 3 off. We gotta do something about this threat. Getting a bit out of hand here. I'm gonna burn the pocket cannon to draw 2 cards. I am going to use Wasp to pay a thruster boots. Then I'm going to use salvage plus a battery pack to play boot camp for Scott, Mr. Ant-Man over here. Putting my pocket cannon top of the deck. Then I'm going to flip to a hero mode. Oh, nah, he can be picked up easily. Attack. Oh, actually, sorry, confusion would have gone off last turn, so that's 1 less. Got that one. I'm going to attack using this, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack against the Warlord. That's just enough, so 2 damage goes over because of follow through. Draw a card. Do I just play this? Do I just play the second? Do I play Parker Cannon or do I play Target Acquired? Let's play Parker Cannon. Let's go. Okay. Well, Scott Lang is exhausted. That's a problem. I can take him out with the Army of Ants, no problem. Now the question is, oh, I can do 1/1/1. It does. Well, it would retaliate on me twice from the sentries, and that would push him. But I don't think I'm ready to push him just yet. So we're gonna flip to giant form. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'll deal 1 damage to him. Flip to my tiny form with resize. Draw a card and remove 1 threat of this one. Okay. Army of Ants for 1 damage on the assassin. 2 damage to the sentry. Ooh, I can actually switch over to giant form. 1, 2, 3. I could do that actually. Pin Particles, Giant Stomp, and Ant-Man's Helmet to play Wasp. Because I'm in tiny form, it removes 2 threat from the scheme. So 2 off here. And because I'm in tiny form, I draw a card. Oh, that just made this life much complicated. I could also... Now, is it better for me... Oh. I think it's better to play US Agent, actually. Wasp will thwart for 2. I could have US Agent attack, but I'm actually going to have Rocket fire the Parker Cannon. So 1, 2... The 2 damage over plus 1 follow through is 3 damage over. At the feet of the sentry. Goes card. I should have done that. I should have actually done that in the beginning of next turn. Actually, oh well. The newest agent will just thwart from 1 of that scheme. Okay. So I'm trying to play this a lot more. Oh god, all the money. And literally so much money, but nothing to spend it on. Look at this. This is insane. Okay. 6 on. Add 1. He will attack Rocket. Rocket will take it. 3. Just 3. Badoon Sentry will attack. Groot will block, so he takes 1, but heals 2. He will then attack Ant-Man. I'm actually gonna have US agent take it. If this attack is attacked, it gains overkill, piercing, and range. That's 3 damage to US agent, so he survives because he has 5 health. And that is everything, I think. Counter card and counter card. Give to the Scott Lang player. Flip. Oh, sorry. Alter Ego. And exhaust to get rid of that. And after end, charge up the ship. Okay, take the lead. Alright. Well, Wasp can, US Agent can block a hit for me, so I'm not bothered by that. I can actually endurance the Rocket, actually, to give him the hit points. How are we on threat right now? I probably want to stun or confuse Drang, or maybe even deal with the threat. So I'll actually, what I'm going to do first, Particle Cannon, so 4 damage to him, plus 1 because of follow through. So he's defeated, 2 bleeds over to Drang, and I draw a card. Mostly I'm doing that so I can actually get cards out. It's basically, I kind of want to do that so I can actually just pump out some resources. Rocket does need to heal up a bit though. So what can Scott do? A Wasp can thwart for 2 off the side scheme. Milano to do 3 off the main. I probably want to stay in giant form. Just for the defense. Yeah. So I'm gonna flip to tiny form, take 1 threat off the main. Then I'm going to Army of Ants to do 3 damage to the Badoon Sentry. Resize to go to, no, before I do resize, gonna do Giant Stomp and Giant Strength with the Risk Gauntlets to confuse Drang. Resize into Giant Form, do 1 damage to him and draw a card. Ooh, team building. I'm actually going to use team building to play endurance on the Rocket's turn to give Rocket 3 hit points and keep the power of leadership. That way, Rocket can take a hit and maybe not even have to go down. On Rocket's turn, we're going to attack from 1, 2, 3, use the hand cannon, 4, 5. Oh, that will pop him actually. Do I want to do that? Let's do it. We have blockers for days, so it was 3, so 1, 2. No, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. So he 1, yeah, that's enough to push Drang. We'll get back to that in a second. So I draw a card from there. I mean, the reload would have helped, but I don't have anything for that. Hand cannon does get burnt because it's not one of the other ones. Like, it only has uses, as opposed to this one that has enters play with counters on it. Drang does get a pop, so he advances to number 3. So he's got 36 health. When he enters play, you discard the top 8 cards, or 4 for each player, and we'll see what we get. Minion. I guess when his engages you, there's no other minions, he gets an encounter card. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, 1 minion in all that. That is insane. Especially because Badoon, because one can just be blocked by Groot and save the damage there. US Agent takes the hit, takes the block on Drang? No, we'll see. In terms of this mess of a hand, do I have any? I have battery packs. Probably want to. I actually probably want to get one of those up. So powerful aggression to play a hand cannon to make that 1, 2, 3, and then salvage to put the battery pack, which is a tech card, on the top of the deck to play target acquired. Then I'm going to keep this and that. I'm going to keep a lot of cards in my hand, only because I'm planning some big plays here. 4, 5. Ooh, combat training. Because I'm big Ant-Man, I only get 4 cards. But that isn't bad. Leave from the front. We could just try and burst them down. All right, what do we have here? 6 on, push him up to 11. Counter on. Now because of all his stuff, he triggers constantly now in terms of charging up the ship. So he will attack Ant-Man. Ant-Man's gonna defend for 3. So it's 3 plus 2 is 5. So 2 damage because he activates, it fires the ship. I will take 2 here. 2 here. But then Grunt will attack. Groot will block that, so he takes 2, heals 2. Then he will attack Rocket. US Agent will block that one, which charges up the ship, which I just did. That's 4. So US Agent is defeated. Encounter card, encounter card. Master Plan adds 4. And a blockade. That is 6. And his is Cannonade. 7. Now when you get to stage 3, it's always one of those things where you're like, how much damage can you actually do? You know? Because we have potential here. So let's think. If we power up the battery pack, if we power up the Parker cannon, We're going to give him 1 though. It's a bit of an issue. The lead from the front doesn't do much in this case. I can do 5 damage, plus this is 4, that's 9 damage. Right here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lead from the front, 16. Bring it on to 20. It's not really enough yet. So we have to play for the actual defense. Unfortunately. I think I keep the... I think I'm gonna have to flip down to recover. No, Ant-Man's gonna have to flip to the... whatchamacallit. Tiny form to play Hive Mind, so he can remove 5 thwart off a scheme. But how's he gonna pay for that? Is the question. He can do 1, 2. Wasp can throw for 2. He flips down. That's 1, 3. That takes off that. He Hive Minds for 2, 3, 4, 5. Of this brings it down to 6. And then so he stays in tiny in that form. Rocket flips down to his alter ego form to essentially recover and yeah. Alright. So I'll use the hand cannon. So it's attack of 5. So 2 to the grunt. 3 damage, bleeds over. Draw a card. Relentless Assault. Would have been good before, but it's what it is. However, I can use it to combat train to play a battery pack. Comes in with 2 charges. Use 1 charge to recharge the particle cannon. Do I just fire the particle cannon like right now, YOLO it? Maybe. Because he's confused. So we can afford someone to flip down and not have an issue. At this point. I can... Because I could then fire the particle cannon, reload it, but that doesn't do me anything because reload won't actually matter. So yeah, it's not worth it at that point. Discard those 2. And I think I'm going to flip down. Yeah. Because Wasp has to exhaust for 3. I mean, so that's 2 thwart off this one. He flips to tiny form. That removes the last one off the blockade. Then he plays Pin Particle and lead from the front to play Hive Mind, which is 2 threat plus 1 for every army of ants. 3. That's 5 threat off the main. Because I used Pim, I get to draw a card. Doesn't actually help me there, but okay. And then it will use 3 army of ants to do 3 damage. So the Confusion will block this. Groot has to take the hit for Ant-Man. And I think that's where we are at. Okay, oh, I got a plan. It's good threat removal. Oh, Schadenfreude. Oh, that's not bad. Moment of Triumph to heal myself. That's even better, to be honest. 3, 4, 5. I have no allies, though. Rip. Okay. 6 on. 12. Charges the ship. He goes to scheme against Rocket. He can't. He's confused. No activation, so no counter. He goes to attack Ant-Man. It activates that. This attack is +2 for the activation. So +3, so it's a 6. Either way, Groot has done his job and taken quite a beating. And that's it. Encounter card, encounter card. Badoon Lieutenant. And a Badoon Engineer, which does charge the ship. And we both take 2 damage. Great. That's really annoying. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to play Power of Leadership, Team Training, Giant Strength to play a Quinn Carrier. Use the Quinn Carrier plus the Sky Cycle to use the Risk Gauntlets to reconfuse Drang. Army of ants on this guy. Ant-Man's gonna flip to Alter Ego heal. That's his turn, and Milano to do 3 off the main. Rocket's turn. Two to play Spider-Girl. Spider-Girl will confuse and stun the Engineer. That way he's not an issue right now. I'm thinking, is it better for me to I don't have to recover because I have quite a few ways to actually recover here. So I'm gonna flip to my hero form. I'm gonna particle cannon, so there's 4 damage, so 3, 1 excess, follow through, there's 2 excess to Drang, brings another 28. And that gives me a card. Oh, actually wait, before I do that, I meant to play this to play Schadenfreude. So any amount of damage would heal me up to 4 damage altogether. So and I did 2 excess damage. So I'll play Moment of Triumph just to heal me up 2 more. Then I'll play, I've got so 2, And this to play, I've got a plan. So it's actually 3 plus 4, 7 thwart. I can remove cannonade straight up. I think I do 7 off here. And then Spider-Man just, Spider-Girl, sorry, attacks for 2. Oh, I could have actually used the battery pack when I was an alter ego and then burnt it. That would have been good to know. 2 damage from Spider-Girl, and I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, we got cause to deal with that. We got a moment of triumph, so we can take a hit. Okay, Maria Hill, always on the wrong time. This is the problem. Look at this. All my allies in the same turn. It's horrible. 6 on. Charge up 1. He goes to scheme against them. He's confused. Doesn't scheme. He's confused. Doesn't scheme. He goes to attack Rocket. Block with Spider-Girl. I'm actually going to use Target Acquired to cancel that. I don't want to deal with the grunts. Spider-Girl is defeated. Counter gets added. I just don't want the minions to keep coming up. Size increases. Again, one of the worst cards ever. Gives him +2/+2 stats. The villain attacks you. Oh, that's actually a problem. Wait a minute, before I flip it over, I forgot, because here I got +2, so it's a 5. That means he's at a 5 plus a boost. That means I have to defend. Right? There's no other option for that at that point. Because 3, 4, 5, 6, if it's a 3, I'm dead. But it turns out it actually was. I didn't see it when I flipped it over. I forgot about the yellow jack, that's why I was like, wait a minute. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 defense. I'm down to 1 hit point. Oh my god. And that goes to charge up 1. Wow. Okay. I don't know what just happened there. I need to heal, so I need to play Moment of Triumph. And I need to maximize my impact of Moment of Triumph as best as I can. I can do 3 damage. I can do that, but I can't do that on... Is it worth it for 2 extra hit points? No, it's not. And this is to a minion. Those are both 2 minion hits. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to play 3 to play into the fray. 6, 3, so 3 over. Follow through is 4. So that's 4 threat off the main. A moment of truth to heal 4. And then to leave my entire turn. And flip down. Whoa, what the hell happened to that camera? Okay. Ant-Man, sorry, Scott Lang's turn. Oh, he's actually defeated. Okay, well, we need blockers. That's important. Let's start with the Maria Hill. I need to flip the tiny form, and then I can actually... I can confuse them so that doesn't deal with that activation. And then I can play either Spider-Man or Hawkeye. So let's start with that. Let's flip the tiny. That removes one threat of scheme. We'll take it off. Take it off this one just for the hell of it. Then I'm going to do the Quinn carry for all this and that to confuse him with the Risk Gauntlets again. Spider-Man thwarts for 3. Hawkeye doesn't thwart for much, but he can weaken the minions. I think I'm going to do that instead and play Hawkeye. Maria will thwart for 2. Ant-Man will thwart for 2. So that's 4 threat off here. And then I'm actually going to have Hawkeye. Because I have boot camp, I'm going to have him actually attack for 2. 24. Okay. And then 3 Army of Ants. Almost forgot. 21. Alright. Ready? This time I'm going to actually burn this properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There goes my deck. Encounter card. 1. It's always fun when you draw and make the call as your deck flips. That is another crappy hand. Okay. So we add 6 on. Ship charges. So it fires. Okay. He goes to scheme, but is confused. Goes to attack. I block it with Maria. That charges the ship. 3, 4, a lot. 7. Maria is defeated. Which is good because I can make the call her back. And that's it. Yellow Jack's plan. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a card from the Ant-Man Nemesis set is discarded. What perfect timing for that one. Am I right? It's getting a bit... Double acceleration tokens getting a bit much here. Blindside. Spend 2 strength resources. I don't have that. Stun, that's even worse. I have to exhaust the Milano. No other option there. The villain attacks you. Well, Hawkeye has to block that. Can't do anything about that one. And that charges the ship up again. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. That does finish off that, however. Hawkeye is defeated. And then the villain schemes that will trigger the ship again. 2 damage, 2 damage. And then it's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 21. All right. Let's think this through. 21. How much damage can we actually do? First things first, we're going to discard battery pack to draw 2 cards. Let's see what we're working with here. Be good if I had a reload, then I could reload the hand cannon and fire it again. Actually, let's make the call to bring Maria back with a with a pin particle and a pin particle and a sky cycle. That way, I could draw a card from the pin particle plus a card for Maria, and he gets to draw a card as well. Combat training. That doesn't help me in this current status. Leave from the front does help though, but I can stun him. So let's see, if I go to giant form, I'm not doing it, but 3, this gives me +1, 4, leave from the front would make it a 5. So 5, 8, 9, 10 damage. That brings it up to 11. Can Rocket do 11 damage? He should. Has to be able to do 10, 11 damage, right? This is 4. This is 5. That's 9. Here's... oh, I have to... Can I discard a card with restricted? I have to see the... I'm actually have to see the rules reference here. I am going... ooh, because I could actually... so here's what I'm thinking. Right. I could use the particle cannon, use the hand cannon, play a pistol. If I can play a pistol over the other one, and then that would actually... I actually need to see this, because this is... I think I could win the game with this one. I believe. So the rules as states for restricted. A player cannot control more than 2 restricted cards in play at a given time. If a player ever controls more than 2 restricted cards in play, they must immediately choose and discard from play restricted cards they control until they only have 2. So does that mean I can use it, then pop, then play another one and get rid of it? If that's the case, can I do anything about this game? No, there's no way. So 1, 2, okay. In that case, I think I got it. 5 + 4 is 9, and then pistol for 11. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so here we go. Moment of truth, how we handle this. Army of Ants for 3 brings me down to 18. This to play lead from the front. Flip to giant form. Use this to play giant strength, so I get a +1 attack. Maria's gonna attack from 1, 2, 3. That's the craziest thing anybody has ever said before. Maria Hill attacking for 3. I'm gonna attack for 3, 4, 5. And then just to add, I'm just gonna use the strength just to stun him, because why not? And actually, I totally forgot, because I flipped to hero mode, he takes 1 damage anyway. Is that correct? I want to make sure I didn't screw that up. So she attacks from 1, 2, 3. He attacks for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12 for the flip. Yeah, that's actually fine. So actually, it doesn't matter, because Rocket just needs to. Yeah, he's fine there. He doesn't even, because 5 plus 4 automatically does it. Although the health points are a little lacking. A little lacking in the health department, but flip to hero. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do here to like gain hit points, gain anything. I could thwart for 3. Does that help me at all? No, not really. Hand cannon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Particle for 9. And that is, as they say, GG's. Drang is defeated. So, took a while, and a bit of a stretch. Definitely a bit of a grind. But this is the first shot I did on Tabletop Simulator with Ant-Man and Rocket. And we won. So I feel a lot better about this. It took me like 4 or 5 tries with Rocket and Groot. And I just feel like I have a better control, even though I drew really bad with Ant-Man. Like Ant-Man, you saw that last hand, like one of those last few hands. I drew all 4 or 5 allies in one hand. That's a bad luck. Okay. So, with that, let us begin the. Where are we? Here we go. 1 for each unit. Okay. Recall we only got 2. So that's because only the headhunters in play. In victory, that's 3. There are no minions in play. That's 4. So we got 4 victory points for each player. Obviously, we're going to be spending 1 each to heal up. That's a no-brainer. And then we're going to see what we have over here. So obviously, we know we like take the fight to them. It's a really solid card. I'm trying to see if there's any good, like, maybe any good ally cards. Brainstorm could actually be interesting. And here's why, now looking at it. I'll move my camera so you can actually see it. Oh, you can actually see it. Name a card type, then look at the top card of your deck. If that card is of the name type, remove 3 threat from the main scheme and place it on the top or bottom of your deck. So the reason why this is interesting is for a few reasons. 1, if I put it on Rocket, Rocket can use that to, when he salvages a tech up to the top of his deck, then he brainstorms, if I get lucky. Brainstorms, he knows what's there, gets to 3 threat. I could also do it for Ant-Man and just YOLO an ally and hope I hit. I still draw a card and I still get all that. The only thing I don't get is the threat removal. So that's a possibility. Take the fight to them is always a possibility, definitely a good way to set it up. And maybe in Defiance? I Or maybe Close Call, actually. Close Call might be... I don't know. No, Take the Fight to them is pretty good. So I think Take the Fight to them, Brainstorm, in Defiance. Those three. And I think the plan would be to put... Oh... I think in Defiance... Yeah, I'm gonna do Brainstorm for... Oh, actually Madness. Sorry, it actually matters. I forgot. Oh, so that means Brainstorm and Defiance has to go to Rocket, and Take the Fight goes to Ant-Man. So then they'll have 0. And he'll have 1, because 1, 2, and I'm gonna use the heal option. But Dune Headhunter was defeated, and Ant-Man is buying Take the Fight to them, and he's buying in Defiance and Brainstorm. This is for Rocket Raccoon. I think I spelled Raccoon wrong. And Ant-Man. Alright, so with that, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a bit of a long one. 2 acceleration tokens, quite a bit. However, I feel like we had a much better control. We were a few times pushed, but we had enough allies and stuff. Now, obviously, it's a bit different with the collector because allies will get sucked up. But if we can get Groot out, or we can get US Agent out, they can take some hits for us, and then we can kind of help control the situation. So, hope you guys enjoy this, and stay tuned for the collector, hopefully, the collector episode. Thank you for watching.